Hello and welcome to MTB Cooking. Today we will share with you how to cook traditional Swedish meatballs, or köttbullar, so as they call them in Sweden. It is a traditional classic that we all know from walking down the aisles in IKEA, just waiting to park the trolley and enter the cafeteria. What we'll do first is we will shred up some yellow onions very finely. Then we have taken some pork meat that is minced here in a bowl, and first of all we will blend, or we'll mix the meat with salt, and we do this very thoroughly so that the meat has absorbed this salt, and so that when we add liquid later on, it'll get completely absorbed by the salt in the meat. After this we can add an egg to our mince. And we'll mix in the egg very well. As I said, we can actually bind all the liquid from the egg and also the liquids that are in the onions easily to the meat after having added the salt. So that's a really good trick, to add the salt so early on in the process. We mix very well here so that our onions and our egg are well combined into the mince. So Swedish meatballs, they are small, moist balls of meat that are just delicious, and it is so easy to actually realize this at home. What we do at this point is we add in some dry ingredients. So we add in breadcrumbs, which will also contribute to the moisture in the meatballs. We will add black pepper, freshly ground black pepper, plenty of it because it gives good taste and it's indispensable to have it in. We add in nutmeg and cumin as well for a spicy twist, and that is actually really delicious to add to these meatballs. What we of course also have in them is the nice taste of onion, which we can really distribute broadly into the meat because of the small flakes, the small shredded flakes of onion. Afterwards, we're completely done with the mince, and we can just let it rest for a couple of minutes, maybe half an hour if you have. It's not necessary. But we will then afterwards take a teaspoon, actually, because we want to make quite small meatballs, and just form these small round balls of meat. In a pan on medium to high heat, we will melt a good knot of butter, and then we will actually place our meatballs in the pan. What we do here is we fry in butter, and that is because there is plenty of very good taste in butter that will be sort of absorbed by the meatballs, and that will actually give a much better result than cooking in, for instance, oil. And then we gave all in all 10 minutes to our meatballs, around 5 minutes on each side, but we of course kept an eye on them on the pan here at medium to high heat, and we just shook it up once in a while. That was actually a really good trick in order for them to keep their round shapes, because then they are sort of rolling around on the pan. Yes, so after 10 minutes, what we were left with were these very delicious small golden meatballs. And a very nice accompaniment for these meatballs would be, for instance, mashed potatoes, a good old mash, which is actually very traditional to eat it that way in Sweden. We also find that in the IKEA cafeteria, where most of us who are not Swedes come and see it served with the mash and with the lingonberry jam. Of course, also with a nice cream sauce, a brown cream sauce. Thank you all so much for having watched this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel, MTB Cooking, here on YouTube. We really need your support. And then we'll see you in our next video. Bye.